As you can see, the potatoes in the greenhouse are well and truly on the way. So they're the ones that I planted first of all. There's 4 in that bucket. They're Charlottes. Then I did a bucket of 4 estimate. I do like estimate potatoes. And then last off, I think I put my last 5 in that really poor compost. If you can hear somebody making noise in the background, it's my son. And what he's got to show you is a potato that he's grown at Wildlife Club, and he's going to pot it on now into this tub. Now, we've never transplanted potatoes before, so this is a first. So he needs to put some compost in the bottom of this tub we've got. What kind of compost is that, Lewis?
Black gold.
And where did you get that from?
Your compost heap.
Yes, so we've been ferreting in compost heap again on back garden, and he's going to put 6 inches level in the bottom of this pot. I'll just see if I can get a bit closer to show you. So he's going to put 6 inches in the bottom of this pot. We've already added bloodfish and bone and some grow more, so he's going to put some more in there. Get it in there, Dad. Some more in, and then he's going to transplant his potato in there, and then he's going to cover it up and get a good water. Now a bit more compost in there. Eh? We added some worm castings out of my wormery as well, so another 2 of them, another 2 trowelfuls. It's quite a wide pot, this. Yeah, spot on that, mate. So he's going to transplant his potato. Yeah, show everybody the root. Yes. I'm going to free it off a bit. That's it. So they don't all just grow round in a circle. That's it. That should be all right. That look. We'll pull out middle. Is that middle? Yep. All right. Let's just. I'm happy with that. And he's going to backfill carefully round it, and then he's going to cover it up just a few inches above the plant, so then it's got to keep going then to push through it. He's doing a sterling job. Trying to remember the first time I grew potatoes. I think I was probably about 12 years old, and my mum gave me a patch of garden, and I dug it over and I planted potatoes, carrots, beetroot, and I think I had some cut flowers in it. It wasn't very successful because I didn't add any fertilisers or anything, because I didn't have a clue. But I think I was hooked. I'd watched my granddad grow a lot of vegetables, so I think that's where I always wanted to grow them. And that's when she gave me a bit of land of my own. And how old are you, Lewis?
9.
9, so you're ahead of me then. If I were 11 when I first grew my first potato, how many years ahead of me were you then?
2.
Yep. Mind you, you're nearly 10, aren't you?
Yeah.
Go on, chuck it in. No, you don't have to be too... That's it. Tip it over now. You have to keep using that. Just tip it on. That's it. You're going to level it off. Use your hand if you like. Think of all them worms crawling through that compost I've just added.
And now it's 10 extra
Yeah,
worms.
there's some worms in there, but that'll do.
Fingers.
That'll do. So if you want to get a
It's
water,
not really in the middle.
that's it's near as damn it, isn't it? If you want to get some water now. You want proper water it. Right, that'll do. Right. So that's Lewis's potato. We haven't got a clue which varieties. Don't worry, the water will drain off. We haven't got a clue what variety they are, have we?
No.
Yeah. So Lewis wants to say goodbye. So I'm just going to lift the camera up.
Bye.
Alright, I hope you didn't mind me adding that bit about Lewis, but he was just trying to encourage him really, and hopefully you can follow in my footsteps, and like I'm following my grandfather's footsteps and growing vegetables. My granddad did it after the war, I suppose, Second World War that is, and his back garden was his allotment, and I grew up sitting there eating rhubarb after dipping it in a cone of sugar, so I guess that's where I get my passion from. So these are the zebrooms, and some of them are quite good. I have got, it is a mixed bunch this year. I am quite, now I'm not so quite, I am a little bit disappointed, because usually with these seeds from DT Browns, they're usually quite uniform, these zebrooms, and they're usually all like this, all quite thick at this time of year, especially because they're only come May they're going in. So I mean, I have got some down here. I've got 2 trays here that are like they usually are. If I can right, get my hand in way. This is how they should be at this stage here, or how they have been for the past 2 or 3 years since I started growing them. But I have got a lot of straggly ones, and I know it does need watering, and they were watered this morning, but we've had a real mixture of sunshine and rain. In fact, you see on the lawn outside, I only cut that last midweek last week, so Saturday now, and I cut it Wednesday, so it's gone mad. We've had a lot of rain but a lot of sunshine, so the onions are, the spring onions are coming on. They're not as good as last year, but I have changed seed, so excuse me, I am going to sow another lot of them, as I am going to sow some more beetroot, because last year I gave that much beetroot away, and the seeds are next to no really. I had that many people thanking me for it, so them lot at work are getting some more beetroot. They really they enjoyed it. Look, these shots, I mean, they're quite hit and miss. I mean, they're acceptable. Bad camera work today, I'm sorry. I'm holding it on the tripod, I don't usually do this. Yeah, they're acceptable. There's some really weedy ones. So we'll see how I've got some on seed here, look. Chris with one of his structured videos again. So this one's gone absolutely ballistic. I'll try and get down so you can see that properly. That's a shallot that I grew last year, and I've put it back in to get seed. The middle one's not germinated, well, not germinated, not sprouted at all. So the one next to it has, but it's not very big, so we'll see. Anyway, it's all an experiment. I've got a down there are my 4 Brussels sprout plants. Forgot what they're called, but I've put 4 in, and as soon as I get the second leaves, which is just looking to get, I'm going to plant another 4 because I don't want them all coming at once. They are my resown red cabbage. They're doing okay. And then I've got my curly kale there. It's been fantastic, looks like it wants water. Got my peppers. They're my own seed that I've saved. They're doing okay. Some tomatoes. More tomatoes up there. So they'll be in them pots until I plant them into their own big pot. They're about 3.5 inch pots they are. So stuff's moving along slowly but surely. Some stuff's a bit quicker than others. My cucumbers, sowed these on the 4th of this month. They've had a bit of too much sun today, so one or two of them's feeling a bit under the weather, but they'll bounce back. That's why I've got paper over them. So that's it. We'll go on to the potato planting. I'm going to put some potatoes in allotment. 2 more rows in the ground. So hopefully I'll be able to film some of that. So I'll see you down there. This is a public announcement on behalf of the Allotment Journal. I'm at work and we've just had a memo going out about that nobody's to come near this. This is hogweed, and it's a bit like nettles, as in it's furry, it's got little hairs on. I suppose tomatoes in that matter, but you touch it and it blisters you, and it leaves like a chemical burn. And the longer into the season that it grows, the worse the chemical burns get, and it's spreading. So we've had to cordon this area off. It's up there too. We've had to put this to stop it growing onto pavement and the public getting stung by it, so to speak. I think that's knotweed as well, Japanese knotweed, which this place is contaminated with it. So just so you can see it, if you see it, it's becoming more and more rife through UK, especially on derelict land. We use this as a compound for storing vehicles, but yeah, so there you go. Don't touch, keep well clear. Right, so we're approaching the end of April. Well, it's the last week of April, and time I was sowing my sweet corn. So I'm just going to talk briefly on how I do it. Now the compost is just normal, your normal multi-purpose, and I've added some sharp sand that I fetch from Builder's Merchant. I sometimes use John Innings because it's quite friable, it's quite open as compost, even though it is soil based. But I do find that sweet corn do better in that, especially up here in the north of England where it's still quite cool at nights. So I'll just show you quickly how I do it. There is actually a couple of 3 videos on my channel about how I do this, because I have been asked before, because it can be tricky. So all I do is I put 4 in each pot, and I do put mine on the propagator. So you can just put 4 on, or put 5 if you want. Do 5 on that one. Do 5 then. And I go down to the first knuckle. Done. Done. Simple as that. I do add heat because before I had my propagators, I used to struggle quite badly with sweet corn. Well, I must admit I didn't have a greenhouse back then, and all I had was one of these what they call blow-away greenhouses, which are the metal frames with the plastic over 'em, which I have got one outside. Got a couple actually, but I use them in here for staging. So that's all I do. 4 bit of soil. You can compact them down a bit. I'll give them a good water and then I'll just drop them onto a propagator. Now if you want to jump a little bit ahead, if you go onto one of my playlists, there's a video showing you how I do it, how I transplant them, because I know people say you can't transplant sweet corn, but I've always transplanted sweet corn. So just take a look at them and you'll see how I progress with them, because I'm doing exactly the same this year. Now it's something else I spotted while I've been mulching about it, where comfrey. So there's some there, some there, some there, some there, and some there. There's a bit in that as well. So I'll be harvesting that this year. Right, back to work. Right, it's early morning. Not very warm in the greenhouse, but I'm just picking some Calibri out. I just thought I'd show you how I do it. Probably put this on before, but I thought I'd just add it again. Fill my pot. Dibber or pencil. Still not found my dibber. Find your light looking seedling, like these two here. Lift it up just using the leaf. Have to loosen it. You've got a nice root structure there. In your hole, up to its shoulders. That's it. Just do another one. I'm off to the allotment shortly. I said earlier that I'm going down to do my potatoes. It looks like I've got a bit of help today. So help on the allotment, especially now that I've gone back into work full time, it's just it's very valuable. Especially now I've got a greenhouse to put up and another shed. Just don't seem to have the time. And when I have got the time, I'm usually cream crackers. So anyway, so I just pop these on. One more. Look. Just get this stick in the compost in a place where there's not a plant. And that's it. It's as easy as that. Well, we're down on the plot. It is a little bit windy. I've just been and paid my rent. I've been and dug a trench, started to do my trench for my potatoes. So now I'm going to get some muck. I've got this in here. It's been in here about 18 months, I reckon. But I've just found this as I'm uncovering it. And I ain't got a clue what it is, so it looks like something's been living in it. I'll try and get in, zoom in a bit. Like a cell. So I don't know what it is. Try and get it block sun. So anyway, I'm covering my manure. Right, so as you can see, put in the bottom of the trench a good few inches of manure. I'm going to pull some soil back and then add me fertilisers. Right, so put my potatoes in. Supposed to be about a foot apart, but I've it's roughly that. I've saved 4 back because there were more than enough for this row, so I thought if I save 4 I can do a pot. So I would just pull your soil back then. They are falling over a little bit. I've put bloodfish and bone, grow more, and grow organic chicken manure. I've spread on the stuff I'm raking back over it. So potatoes falling over. So once they're in, I can use my line then, so I know where the middle is. Now I never water potatoes in ground, so that's it now until I lift them up. I'll crack on with getting other row ready. Right, it's not been a bad day at all. Well, I was down on the allotment till about 2 o'clock, and I went for some dinner. Well, I got my 2 rows of spuds in. I didn't film the other row because I'd already shown you what I do. And the second row I remembered to put my slug pellets in, which I didn't do the first row. So I've had a good old tidy up over there. Comfy's coming up well. Trying to keep this wind to me back. I've had a good tidy up. It's soon time to get that greenhouse sorted. I think I've got most of the glass for it. Got my big wooden sleepers to put it on. I've just had a tidy up. I firmed my brassica bed down. And all I do is I just walk over it. I put all my spent compost on it. Step back into wind. All I do is just walk on it, firm it down, like this, side to side, get it firmed down, get it a rake, do it again. So my brassicas are ready to go in. Just do this and get a bit bloodfish and bone even, and be well away. The strawberries have doubled in size. They're the ones in the greenhouse. These are clean, but these. It's sun this week, so we've had a mixture of sun. Yesterday it rained like mad for a couple of hours. The garlic. So, all in all, it's been a good few hours on the plot. I just need to sink me tubs into the soil now, but there's no rush for that, and it's only really sarpos that put the roots into it anyway. The main crop potatoes, I should say. They're all down this side, so got my poles ready for me beans. I'll be planting them very shortly. I'll bring them down here. So, on that note, I'm going to wander off home and have a well-deserved can of beer. Tuesday. All the best. See you later. Bye.